13 costly mistakes as a buyer that you should not do before you buy a house.
I'm Keith.
And Jamil.
We're the Winn team. Here you go. Too many buyers are surprised when they buy a house at all the extra expenses. We want to make sure that if you're a buyer, you know up front what you're getting into so you budget properly. If you're borrowing money to buy the house, getting a loan, the bank or the person making the loan is going to want to make sure that you're not overpaying for the house. To do that, they require an appraisal. An appraisal is an estimation of value provided by a licensed expert licensed by the state of Florida. Realtors, we give you market opinions, but the banks want appraisal from a licensed appraiser. Those will cost anywhere from $300, $400, $600, $700 depending on the size of the home you're buying.
Property taxes. The property taxes is another expense that you're going to incur during the period of buying a house.
So as a buyer, you might be wondering, why do I have to pay taxes on this? So if you're buying and there's 6 months left in the year and the taxes are $6,000, well, you're going to owe $3,000 that you might not have thought of to the seller. Reimburse them for the taxes they paid.
What are the legal fees that you're going to incur while you're buying a house?
States other than Florida sometimes require the transaction to go through a lawyer. And if you're buying out of state, that could be the case. Here in Florida, lawyers are not required. And the Florida Bar Association, where all the lawyers belong to, have a number of standard forms that are often used and regularly used by realtors. So it's less often in Florida that people use real estate attorneys, and instead they rely on the standard forms that the Florida Bar provides to realtors to use. So legal fees in Florida for the purchase of a home are fairly rare, but as a purchaser or as a seller, you have the option to involve a real estate attorney if that would make you more comfortable. Title insurance and title fees are another set of fees that often catch a buyer by surprise. In order for the title to change hands from the current owner to the new owner, a title company does a title search to look to make sure that there are no claims on the property, often from construction people for maybe a roof that wasn't fully paid for or a remodel that wasn't paid for. And otherwise, there's different types of creditors that might have a lien on the house, as well as the banks that loan the money on it. So title companies do an extensive search to make sure there's a clear title that can be transferred legally without any encumbrances, without any claims. The title company buys insurance that covers them in the event that there's any claims that have not been properly recorded or may have even been missed. To a seller, the seller pays many of the title fees, but often the buyer is asked to pay some of the transaction fees as well as the state and local taxes on the transfer of the home. We've got 10 more of these great tips and mistakes that we'd love to share with you. Just go to our website at the link below.
Just give us a call, 727-353-6636 for more details and your closing cost. Bye.